Hello everyone, and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 170, with me, Jessica Brigden of Just Be Creative Cardiology. Hello, happy Friday to you. I hope you are staying warm as this polar vortex goes right across the country. And here in New York today, we've got the wind blowing, the snow coming, and it's about 3 degrees with a wind chill of like -17, -20, something like that. And it's predicted to get a little bit colder into tomorrow even. So good day to be inside the craft studio doing some stamping and some crafting. Hey Diana, hey Janelle, I hope you ladies are warm. You guys curled up by the wood stove, and this is definitely a good weekend to hibernate. This is also the time of year when I question, why do I live in New York? And I dream of being somewhere warm and tropical. So I have the perfect projects for us today. We are going to go on a little bit of a creative escape here. We're going to go on a journey. Enjoy the journey, that is. Stampin' Up! Released 10 new, well, I wouldn't say new because they're current offerings, but they introduced 10 items into the celebration offering for the month of February, in addition to the items that are already there. And they put this amazing Enjoy the Journey designer series paper. This is from the mini catalog. Hi Wendy, hi Sheila. This is on pages 58 and 59 of the new mini. It's called Enjoy the Journey. And yes, so we're going to take a little bit of a tropical, I wouldn't say tropical, the colors are definitely tropical. We've got some gorgeous coastal cabana in here. We've got shades of Highland Heather and Starry Sky, some mango melody and some pumpkin. We've got some, I believe that's a polished pink. Oh, it's melon mambo, but so many fun colors. Look at the back side too. They're beautiful. Whoop, they're flopping around on me. All right, really beautiful paper, and you can get this as a free offering with a $50 purchase here for celebration too. So really cool. Really cool. It's actually really cool outside, and so we're not necessarily going to go tropical, but we are going to go on a crafting adventure here, and I'm going to use, of course, the Greatest Journey bundle that goes with that. When I flip the camera, I'll show you there's an amazing die set that goes with this too. But then there's another stamp set a few pages over on page 64 in your mini catalog called Picturesque. And I think this goes beautifully with all of it as well. It has some really nice sentiments. And so we're going to do a project with both stamp sets and the paper, and I think you're really going to enjoy these. So let me go ahead and flip this so you can see everything right side up here. Brand new month here for February, which means a new host code, which is EPDMNTX4. And like I said, look how gorgeous these paper are. A lot of them, these are 12 by 12, are designed so that you can, of course, cut them in half and make card fronts or different layouts from them. So we've got our coastal cabana and our garden green, and then we've got the fresh freesia, Highland Heather, and Starry Sky. We've got the different tree patterns. The back side of that, it's got this neat like tiled background as well. This is definitely like a tropical sunset, really beautiful, and that's got some fun kind of rickrack designs there too. This kind of reminds me, it's like a sky but waves as well, so you could use any part of that. And then this is neat with like the moon or the sun setting, however you wanted to do it. And then there is another pattern, a 6 sheet, which is this Starry Sky background, and then it's got some neat purples for like a mountainscape on the back side. I've used all of my sheets of this. We're going to use this today actually. I just think it's a really cool paper pack. So it's awesome that you can now get it as a free celebration choice here during the month of February. So you can find this on page 58 and 59. This is the Enjoy the Journey collection. The Greatest Journey bundle here has some really nice sentiments too, and I like this because it'll come in handy for scrapbooking as well. You've got the camping tent here, some really neat dies. The camping tent. We have our hiker with a little bit of a lantern. There's even a walking stick. We have the jogger. I say runner, jogger, whoever. We've got this one. This is the mountain bike through there. We've got the mountainscape. And then, of course, the dies to cut out the flowers and the trees and things as well. So a really fun bundle there. And then, of course, if we flip over to page 64, all right, then you can see where the Picturesque stamp set is. I don't know why they didn't kind of make it all part of the same collection, but I really like this one. Okay, so to get started here, move my papers out of the way. So I'll just show you quickly. These are the 10 additional items, 2 of the kits collection. So these are like $19+ kits that you could get free with a $50 purchase. There's the Kindness card kit, the Let's Party treat packaging, there's a white frayed ribbon, the tag punch and the song builder punch. Those are $19 punches that you could get free with a $50 order. We also have in here the Clouds embossing folder, the Hive embossing folder, this neat set of decorative masks, of course our Enjoy the Journey paper, and then with a $100 purchase, you could even get the entire Eden's Garden bundle, which is the stamp set and dies. That's like a $50 value that you could get free. So some pretty awesome items in addition here to the other celebration offerings. All right, but this is only until the end of the month, so that's through February 28th. And just a reminder, this is the only celebration that will be happening in all of 2023. Stampin' Up! Has gone back to just one a year, and that was January, and now we're in the month of February, and then that's it. Okay, so don't delay. Make sure you place your order so you can get your favorite items while they're still available. Okay, so for this first card, we are going to be embracing this Starry Sky background and using our Starry Sky cardstock to go with it. All right, so of course we're gonna just fold this in half. Thank you for sharing. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to give me that thumbs up, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. All right, so this was a 5.5 by 8.5, and we just folded that there at 4 1/4. All right, not doing any fancy layering or anything here, so we can actually take our Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and just mount this right on the front. Now you could use either side here because that purple landscape is quite pretty, but I just thought I really liked the Starry Sky background. In fact, David, we have a hot tub, and David and I were out in the hot tub late Thursday night, and we actually, I don't remember the name of the comet, but I actually saw the comet. I thought it was a shooting star. I saw the comet burst through the air. It was like a little fireball. It was pretty cool, but the sky was so clear. And it's one of the benefits of living out in the country is that we actually get to see the stars, and I love that. I'm going to take this piece of basic white 4 by 5 1/4. We're just going to tuck this inside our card because we're using such a dark card base. So we'll just get that out of the way here. Okay, so for this first one, we are going to build our landscape here with the Picturesque stamp set, and I'm going to do so on this fun die cut piece. This was die cut using the Desert Details dies. This is another new bundle in the mini catalog, and it's got some really neat dies, including this framed piece that's kind of got the little notches in it, but a little pattern here along the sides as well. So that's that piece, which is really neat. I love when dies can dual purpose. Looks kind of nice. Adds a little finished detail here on the front of this. And this little hexagon piece, that is from our Something Fancy bundle. That's the dies that are in here. All right, that's that one little die. That is what I used to die cut a sentiment piece there. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of blending, and we are going to be stamping our various landscape pieces here. So we're doing shades of blue and purple. So I've got my balmy blue, my fresh freesia, some Highland heather, and then our starry sky. So those are the 4 colors I'm going to be using today. And then I've got my blending brush. In my purple, I'm going to use the fresh freesia with that. Okay, so I'm going to pull in my chipboard scrap piece, which is all pretty from when I did those Lisa Frank technique with my love cats last week. All right, but I just want something because our landscape pieces kind of extend off the edges, and I want to make sure I don't get ink all over my work surface here. Hey Mom, how's it going? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is our tree line. That's this piece here, and I'm going to ink that up with the starry sky. And again, it's just easiest if you take your stamp directly to your ink pad, directly to your stamp there, and then you can see you've got good coverage. We're going to place this right along the edge, bottom edge there, and give it a good firm push. Okay, so that gives us kind of a neat, we're looking through the trees here. Okay, kind of across the valley, or however you want to envision yourself to go on this creative adventure and get out of the cold. All right, so the next thing we're going to use is our Highland heather, and we are going to do that with this piece here. And I don't know if you can tell, but the way this piece, the bottom of it curves, it fits right here in that little dip in the first set that we used. Okay, so we're going to put this on here, and it actually, this is all one stamp. You actually have these other little pieces with it, and they fill in. It's almost like a puzzle. It fills in that little spot, and this one kind of goes right up here. It's really neat how they kind of nest together. All right, so let me get that right side up so we can see how this notches in here. All right, we're gonna just fill in that little valley at the bottom. Oops, let me see, we're photopolymer. So I'm actually gonna come back in here and add just a little bit more ink right in that spot. Okay. All right, that's the beauty of being able to see through your stamps, so you can see exactly where you're stamping. All right, and then we are going to add some birds. We'll do that with our starry sky. So we'll add some birds to the horizon here. They kind of flying right through the valley, and some kind of soaring on an air current there. And then I'm going to use this little line here, almost like a cloud line, with some balmy blue. So it's a fun set. We're kind of building our landscape here. It's just your basic stamping. We're just using stamps, ink, and paper, but we're combining some of our colors, just doing some, and you can even stamp off, just don't re-ink. There you go, and you get a little bit of a shadow there, a little light touch. Okay, so that looks kind of cool, but it's very white and pristine, which is not the look I'm going for. I want a softer look to go against our starry sky. So I'm going to pull in here my fresh freesia ink pad and my blending brush. I'm going to get this, lots of color on this. We're going to start off the edge, and in a circular motion we are going to go around the edges here. All right, and then I'm actually gonna go over the whole thing. We're just gonna soften the whole look a little bit with just a little bit of fresh freesia. Now I have plenty of ink on here, so I'm not gonna re-ink. I don't want it too dark. I just want to turn it from that pristine white into this light purple haze, this fresh freesia haze there. You guys see the difference between what we took that stark white and we now have this neat fresh freesia landscape piece, which I think is way fun. So we just used our little blending brush with that. Okay, so I think we'll pop this piece up with some dimensionals. So we'll put this on the front of our card here. All right front and center. All right, so then on our little sentiment piece, you could do any number of things, but I think I'm going to use this one. This Love Knows No Boundaries. I thought that was kind of pretty. So we'll stamp that here with our Starry Sky. And then, let me see, I want to go vertical like this. I think it will just fit. Oh, it does. Okay, perfect. So again, we'll add a dimensional to the back. I'm going to offset this here kind of among the clouds. All right, just make sure your sentiment is straight. Doesn't matter if the piece itself is crooked, just make sure your words read straight. All right, and then, of course, because we have our Starry Sky background, our perfect embellishment are just our rhinestones, because they look like little shining stars here amongst the landscape. So we'll add, let's go with a larger one, kind of off to the left, and then we'll go medium up here among the clouds, and then the small one, let's add that right to our sentiment panel itself. And there we have it. What do you guys think? Doesn't it look like we're kind of looking through the horizon at the sky, at the night sky? I just think that's really cool. So isn't that fun? So you can go super bright colors, or you can also go in and have this night color too. So you can use this Enjoy the Journey for all of your traveling adventures, your hiking, whether it's the mountains or the desert, or just maybe you're going to see the Northern Lights. Any of those things. Leave me a comment and let me know where your dream destination would be. Whether you've actually been there or just someplace that you would like to travel. Let me know. I love to travel. And David and I enjoy that. We're really looking forward to our trip in May, courtesy of Stampin' Up. And of course, that's a cruise to Norway that departs from Southampton, England, and then goes up the coast of Norway. And we're actually extending our trip a little bit. We're going to go in a week early and spend 4 days in Edinburgh, Scotland, and then 3 days in London before getting on the cruise. So I'm excited for that. All right, so the next card, we're going to change up the color scheme, and we're going to go bright with this. We're going to go to my all-time favorite color. Didn't you like how I matched my card? Did you see that? This is the new shirt I got for our trip, and I was kind of trying it out today. But see that? I was like, oh, these colors are perfect. All right, anyways, Coastal Cabana is my all-time favorite color. That is one thing you should definitely know about me. I love, love, love this color. And so we're going to do a card base here with that, just 5.5 by 8.5, and fold this up 5 1/4. This time we're gonna go landscape, horizontal with this one. And I thought I would pull in some of, let me see, I'm gonna use this pattern here. Let me flip it up. I'm gonna use the mountains that have the green kind of combo, Coastal Cabana and Garden Green in the mountains in here. And we're going to use our Greatest Adventure set with this one. All right, and so I've cut out, well, we can actually stick our white panel inside. Let's do that. So this is just basic white 4 by 5 1/4. We'll tuck this inside our card. All right, now for this one, I thought it would be nice to do a contrasting layer of garden green to kind of highlight those trees along the bottom. Now, the panel goes like, it's a little bit longer. There's actually a little bit taller peak in the middle. All right, how it goes across here. So I've cut it into a section. And then I also took the die cuts here and I cut out our little hiker. I went with soft suede for our hiker because that could be male or female, it doesn't matter, it's just a hiker. Getting ready to go on this brave adventure to the mountains there. And so I'm trying to decide which way my hiker is facing towards the left. So I'm kind of thinking of putting it down here because then it looks like, let's go with she's looking up towards the mountain top. Whereas if I put it down here, then I kind of like this peak a little bit better, but I kind of like if I do this one, then I've also got room here at the top and I'll just stamp right on the paper. So I think that's what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna glue this to my garden green. So my designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 5, and then the garden green is 4 by 5 1/4, and that's got a pretty background too. So we'll go ahead and stick these together. All right, so right like that. Okay. And then before I glue anything, just in case I want to add an embellishment or something, let me wait on that. Now, the sentiments here, we've got some really cool ones. We have wishing you joy in this next adventure. I'm so inspired by your courage. We have mountains of thanks. So many cool things. I actually really like this one too from Picturesque. Difficult roads bring you to beautiful destinations. I think I might use that. It'll fit nicely here along the top. And no doubt to get to this mountainous terrain, she had to travel some dirt, gravel, bumpy roads to get there. So I think we're gonna go with that since we have our crafting adventure here. And we're gonna go with garden green for that. Now I actually just re-inked this pad, so hopefully it's not too juicy here. Okay, and I'm gonna stamp that right up here at the top. Okay, nice. And then let's take a dimensional. I'm actually gonna just trim an edge piece here. All right, so we'll use the edge piece of dimensional for our hiker. And we will put her down here towards the right, so she's looking up at the mountains. I think that's kind of cool. What do you guys think? And then what else do I have? I do have some twine. Part of this Enjoy the Journey collection is this twine combo pack. So there is some garden green twine in here that we could wrap around. So I don't want to go along the bottom. I don't know, it looks like she's getting her feet tangled up. I think maybe maybe I'll take this piece and I'm going to hold on to a little bit here, and we're going to wrap it around. Let's go twice around, and then we can just tie a knot up here, and then that will draw attention towards the mountain peak as well. So we're just doing a basic knot. Okay, and then we can always, this is why you do it before you glue it down. You can always kind of squeeze your card, pinch it just a little bit, and then you can move that around kind of wherever you want. I think that'll be good. All right, let's do that. Now we'll add our adhesive to the back. That will also help keep our twine from shifting. All right, that'll hold everything in place. We'll go right here on our card front. Okay. So I think I kind of like just the knot, the kind of the informality of it. Just looks like hiking rope or something like that. So I think that is pretty cool. What do you guys think? So we have two very, very different cards. We have looking through the mountain valley into the starry sky, and then we have our hiker beginning their ascent up the mountain here. Our different color combinations, we've got all of our shades of blue and purple, starry sky there, and then our Coastal Cabana and our garden green, a little bit of soft suede as a neutral in there. And so this is the Enjoy the Journey collection. Again, this is from pages 58 and 59 there of your mini catalog. Really nice, bright, vibrant colors. Whether you're into the whole hiking adventure and love the dyes with the hiker and the jogger and the mountain biker, or if you just like the flowers. The wildflowers are really pretty. It kind of reminds me of some of the ones that we saw in Alaska. This paper would actually be really neat for, ooh, I'm just thinking now, boy, I've got more scrapbooking to do. Our Alaska adventures have not been completed yet, so I could go with this. That would be fun. And then, of course, don't forget this Picturesque stamp set on page 64 with the beautiful sentiments. And this whole really neat build a landscape piece to it, which is amazing. All right, so if you like any of those, you can go ahead, get the bundles, the stamp sets, and then you could get your Enjoy the Journey. You could get your 12 by 12 pack of paper for free here as part of celebration. So I hope you've enjoyed today's creative adventure. All right, good. Diana says she likes the hiker story. Well, good. I was like, I feel like there's a story behind every card. And yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoy that. I hope it gave you a little bit of a creative escape and a distraction from this cold, cold weather. I hope that you are all safe and warm, and the heat is working, and that thank goodness here in New York, we have not gotten the ice that they've gotten out west. I was talking to my friend Kay in Arkansas, and they've been iced in for 3 days. So thankfully we did not get any of that. I can endure the cold. We actually had some beautiful sunshine today. I figure I can endure anything as long as we have sunshine. All right, well, thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for stamping with me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.